Hey, Young and the Restless fans, we have got your weekly prediction edition. And buckle up because Genoa City is absolutely chaotic right now, and we have so much to break down this week. We're talking about a surprise return that could shake up everything, a forced redemption arc that is giving a lot of people the ick, a major power move at Newman Enterprises, and Audra Charles cooking up something deliciously scheming involving a very familiar face. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we have got predictions for Holden and Kane, for Matt and Sharon, for Victor, Adam, and Victoria, for Summer and Kyle, and also for Audra and Noah. And if you have not started following us yet, please click that subscribe button right now because you do not want to miss a single episode. Alright, let's dive in. Our first prediction: Holden ends up working at Chancellor alongside Kane. So here is what the spoilers are setting up for us going into the week. Monday has Lily asking Kane to run Chancellor, and he agrees to do it. And then on that same Monday, Malcolm asks Holden if he is going to go work at Winters, and Holden says no, because Devin and Nate do not trust him, and the tension there is just too thick to cut through right now. So Kane is running Chancellor for Lily, and she mentioned Devin may pop in and contribute here and there. But this is Lily's show now, and she is clearly very motivated to build something real here. And part of what is driving her is personal. She genuinely wants to get to know Holden as a brother. She wants to close that distance. She wants to build something with him. Devin and Nate are not happy about any of it, but honestly their opinion is not going to slow Lily down one bit, because when Lily Winters makes up her mind about something, she commits. And here is where my prediction comes in. I think Lily is going to ask Holden to come work at Chancellor. It makes sense on every level. Kane already had Holden working for him back during the arabesque real estate situation in Genoa City, so this is not like she is bringing in a stranger. There is already a working relationship there, there is already trust built, and Kane clearly knows how to use Holden's skills effectively. But here is the sweetener. Lily might also bring Claire into the picture, because Claire actually worked at Chancellor when Nikki was running it. Claire knows the company, she knows the culture, she knows how things operate there. So if Lily brings in both Holden and Claire, suddenly you've got Holden working every single day alongside his girlfriend, which, let us be honest, is going to make that yes a lot easier to get out of him. And Malcolm is going to be absolutely over the moon finding out that both of his kids are working together under the same roof. That is the kind of family moment Malcolm has been chasing since he came back to Genoa City. Devin and Nate are going to gripe. They always do. But this is Lily's call, and she is not asking for their permission. Our second prediction: Matt devotes himself to some kind of atonement towards Sharon, and it is deeply uncomfortable. Monday spoilers have Victor telling Matt in no uncertain terms that he needs to get close to Kane, spy on him, and help Victor bring him down. Also on Monday, Victor tells both Matt and Nick that Matt is going to be living in the ranch apartment and will be monitored around the clock. Tuesday has Sharon keeping her deliberate distance from Matt. And by Friday, Adam is keeping close tabs on everything Matt does. So here is where Victor's head is at. He genuinely believes Matt's regret is real. He is not fully trusting him, hence the monitoring, hence the ranch apartment arrangement, but he is willing to put him to the test. Victor needs someone on the inside with Kane, and Matt is the tool he has available. Nick is leaning toward giving Matt a chance. Adam is skeptical, and honestly Adam is not wrong to be skeptical. But the person whose reaction matters most here is Sharon. Because Sharon is living on the same property where this man is now going to be staying. And Matt raped Sharon. More than once. That is not ancient history that has been processed and filed away. That is a trauma that lives in her body and her memory, and now the man responsible for it is going to be walking around the same grounds where she lives her daily life. The idea that Sharon is going to find out Matt is in the ranch apartment and just be fine with it is not realistic, and I hope the show does not play it that way. Now look, I love Roger Howarth. He is a tremendous actor, and he brings so much to every role he plays. But I have to be honest, the casual way this show is handling Matt's past with Sharon is really bothering me. This is a forced redemption story, and Josh Griffith seems very committed to it. But glossing over sexual assault to make space for a redemption arc is a choice that deserves to be called out. What I think we are going to see is Matt zeroing in on Sharon specifically as part of his atonement mission. He remembered what happened. The spoilers have told us he recalled her terror in that Vegas hotel room, the awful things he said, what he did. And now that he is supposedly disgusted with who he was, I think he is going to try to make some kind of overture toward Sharon. Not for something bad, but to try to seek forgiveness, to try to make it right in whatever limited way he thinks he can. And that energy is just giving me the ick from top to bottom. Sharon does not owe Matt her forgiveness. Sharon does not owe Matt anything. And I really hope the show respects that even while it is telling the story. Our third prediction. Victor appoints Adam and Victoria as co-COS of Newman Enterprises. Monday spoilers have Adam agreeing with Victor's plan to use Matt to go after Kane for revenge. And then Thursday brings a shocking business decision from Victor. Those two things together are pointing somewhere very specific. So here is the situation at Newman right now. Victor got the company back from Phyllis, which, good, it is back where it belongs, but now somebody has to actually run it. Victor cannot do it himself right now, and here's why. Nikki is heading into a major health crisis starting this week. Victor is going to be consumed with taking care of her, reconciling with her, being present for her through whatever this is. That is going to demand everything he has emotionally, and there is simply no version of that where Victor is also effectively running Newman Enterprises at the same time. Nick cannot step up because he is dealing with his own addiction struggles right now. And Adam, who would normally be the obvious choice, finds himself at loose ends because Newman Media got absorbed into Audra, which became Audra Charles, and that whole situation just kind of evaporated his lane. But here is what has changed that makes a co-CEO arrangement actually make sense for once. Victoria and Adam have genuinely been getting along lately. So have Adam and Nick. The siblings are finally starting to bond in a real way. There is warmth there that has not existed before. And Victor, who has spent decades playing his children against each other, might actually recognize that the best thing he can do for the company right now is bet on that unity rather than pit them against each other again. Victoria brings operational experience and institutional knowledge. Adam brings strategic sharpness and a hunger to prove himself. Together, they could actually be formidable. Victor making them co-COS would be the shocking Thursday business decision, and honestly, it would be one of the smarter moves Victor has made in a long time. Our fourth prediction, Summer Newman is coming back to Genoa City, whether through a recast or a returning actress. Friday spoilers have Phyllis reaching out to Summer. And that alone is a major red flag that something is in motion. We have been hearing Daniel talk about Summer more and more lately. He and his sister both have serious problems with what Phyllis did, stealing the company from Victor and the Newmans, and Summer's name keeps coming up in these conversations with increasing frequency. When a character gets mentioned this much before they actually appear, that is the show laying groundwork. That is not accidental. Now the big question is who plays her. Hunter King is the fan favorite and she is beloved in this role, but she has been extremely busy with other projects and getting her back feels like a long shot right now. Allison Lanier's IMDb has a bit more breathing room compared to Hunter's, so a return there seems more plausible. But whoever steps into the role, the story reason for Summer to come back is genuinely compelling. Kyle is single. Claire has moved emotionally toward Holden. Audra is occupied with her own schemes and increasingly interested in Noah. And yes, called to share a kiss with someone during the Beyond the Gates crossover, little Haley Hamilton, the woman he rescues, but she lives in Maryland. That is not a sustainable love story. Kyle needs a real love interest in Genoa City, and Summer is the most logical and emotionally resonant choice they have. Harrison Abbott would be over the moon having his parents back in the same orbit. That is a built-in emotional hook that the audience already cares about. And here is the bigger picture angle. With Newman back under family control, Summer has reasons to come home beyond just her love life. Her brand Marquetti is wrapped up in Jabot, and Victor has been running a vendetta against Jack and Jabot that has real consequences for Summer's professional world. And unlike the other Newmans who tend to fall in line when Victor turns up the pressure, Summer has always had a backbone with him. I think Summer could be the person who actually forces Victor to end his war against Jack and Jabot once and for all. She is not going to enable it the way the others do. That is a storyline worth coming back for. Our fifth and final prediction. Audra makes a bold scheming move on Noah, and the Shadow Room launch is where it all goes down. Wednesday spoilers have Sienna standing her ground with Audra. And that one line tells us everything we need to know about what is about to happen. From the moment Noah came back to Genoa City, Audra has been watching him. Not subtly either. She has been openly clocking him, gravitating toward him, finding reasons to be in his space. And Noah has noticed her right back. They have had multiple real conversations about their past, about the end of their relationship, about the miscarriage, about how things could have been different if circumstances were different. Those conversations have weight. They are not small talk. There is history there, and history has a gravitational pull. Meanwhile, Noah is with Sienna. And look, Sharon is being gracious about it. She is being civil, but she is not truly comfortable with her son dating a woman her own age. And that discomfort is out there in the open among fans too, because social media has been pretty vocal about this pairing. The age gap is a consistent point of criticism. The chemistry question keeps coming up. And there is a very specific layer of weirdness for anyone who watched Days of Our Lives where Tamara Braun and Lucas Adams played mother and son. That association does not just disappear because they are on a different show now. Fans have been loud about wanting Noah, with Audra specifically. The comments about their scenes together are consistently enthusiastic. People see fire when those two share a scene, and they want more of it. So with Noah hosting the grand launch of his Shadow Room Club, Audra made it abundantly clear she is going to be there. She is going to walk in looking incredible. She's going to be in Noah's space all night. And with Sienna having to stand her ground on Wednesday, it sure sounds like Audra is not waiting around. She is making a move. She is going after what she wants the Audra Charles way. Boldly, strategically, and with absolutely no apologies. Whether Noah resists or not is the question. But the sparks are already there. And once Audra decides she wants something, Genoa City had better get out of her way. Those are our 5 predictions for the week. Holden landing at Chancellor alongside Kane. Matt's uncomfortable atonement toward Sharon. Victor making Adam and Victoria co-SOS. Summer potentially coming back to shake everything up. And Audra making her move on Noah at the Shadow Room launch. It is going to be a massive week in Genoa City, and you absolutely cannot afford to miss any of it. Thank you so much for being a loyal listener. Make sure you are following Soap Dirt wherever you get your podcasts because we drop content constantly and you do not want to fall behind. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and all the major platforms. Hit that subscribe, leave us a review if you love what we do, and we will see you in the very next episode. Stay soapy, everyone.